Welcome back. Another week of Motivational Monday. A couple days late. It's Wednesday, but it was a travel day and a race report here coming your way from Florida. 70.3 last Sunday, May 20th. Great race for me. Hot race. 90-degree temperatures during the course of the day. For me, I had a 17-minute personal record off of my last half Ironman time. Really proud of that and happy. Had some higher aspirations, but came up a little bit short on those. But overall, really satisfied and making strides towards improving in my second ever 70.3 race. 5:12 was my finishing time. I took 45th in my age group. At somewhere between 180 and 200 people, so I had a pretty good day overall. My swim time improved, my bike really improved. That was where I saw the biggest gains. I had a 13-minute improvement from my last race and knocked a few minutes off my run. That was kind of like a take it or leave it. I would have been happy to have repeated my same time from Syracuse given the 90-degree temperatures and no shade, and I just tried to limit my losses. I knew that I was going to have a good day coming off the bike when I saw what I had split, so for me I kind of backed off just a little bit to try and make sure I finished and didn't run into any serious problems. I wasn't sure how I was going to respond with the temperatures, coming from New York. I hadn't really seen any kind of heat like that thus far, and I saw 3 days of it in a row, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday obviously didn't matter. So I have to say though, I nailed my nutrition. I feel like I nailed my taper, and a big thanks to all the folks at Base Performance. The products were great once again, and for the first time using their an electrolyte salt. I used it a couple days prior to the race, and then I used it on race day in my drinks. Added 2 scoops to my nutrition, to my hydration bottle, and a scoop to my nutrition bottles, and it was just pretty unbelievable. I'm a bigger, I would say a bigger athlete. I'm about 190 pounds, heavy sweater, and I typically run into some sort of cramping issue. Or have in the past run into a cramping issue on hotter days that run longer than 4 hours, 4.5 hours. I'll start to feel it. I had 0 cramps whatsoever. So for me, that was pretty unbelievable, and the legs felt super fresh towards the end of the run, so I probably could have run a little bit harder. But again, I was just trying to limit my losses on that and make sure. I mean, people were dropping like flies, walking all over the course. Saw some guy getting sick. It was just bad. And it's tough it's only May for me, so it's still really early in the season. So I'm excited about this season coming up. I have another Olympic distance race coming up in about 3 weeks. Northeast Regional Qualifier, the Pac Briscus Olympic distance triathlon out in Connecticut. I'll be trying to get a slot to the Nationals that take place up in Burlington, Vermont in August. So hopefully I can get in there. It's going to be a couple weeks in between here. Try and get back on the bike tonight, spin the legs out, and get things going. Lance Armstrong was at this race in Florida, as most of you probably already know. He won his first triathlon in almost 22 years in pretty convincing fashion. He averaged almost 28 miles an hour on the bike course, and then ripped a 1:15 half marathon. The boy is legit, and I think he really kind of let it hang out there down in Florida, and it was pretty awesome to be a part of that race. Stayed in the same hotel that he did, which was really cool. I ran into him in the lobby one evening, and pretty amazing experience. Big thanks to my family, my wife, my son Tyler, my mother-in-law and father-in-law who met up with us down in Orlando and Haines City. Really made it possible for me to focus on my race and not feel any real stress at all. It was pretty amazing. Congratulations go out to my brother-in-law Jeff My sister-in-law, Chrissy, and her two friends, Ann and Lisa, they all completed their first 70.3 race. Lisa had a stomach bug a couple days prior to that kind of caught up to her after the race. But overall, really proud of you guys. Did a great job representing Team Go Fast Get Fit. I think we got a real promising triathlon season coming up, and it was just a great way to kick off the season. You know, everyone got a personal record, especially for those who were doing it for the first time. It's always nice. So looking forward to it, and we'll keep going. You know, anyone, I just want to, as a side note, anyone who really does, as the heat starts to come, anyone who has problems with cramping or, you know, anything like that should contact me, and I can set you up in the right direction with this base salt. It's really, I'm a huge advocate for it based on my experience, and I would suggest it for anybody. You know, it's just a great product, and as are all their products. You know, I gotta, again, you know, as I did with my half marathon, you know, I took their supplements right after. I took the base amino, and I ate some whole foods, and my legs feel pretty, you know, expected to have some soreness, but nothing compared to what I had after Syracuse, where I could hardly walk for 2 weeks after the race. You know, I've recovered really quick and feel pretty great. So, you know, that's a pretty amazing thing, and they're consistently been really good for me. So, you know, Base Performance got great stuff. Paul Lieto, Chris and Matt Lieto, great group of guys. So, so there you go. That's, you know, the race for me overall was great. Good swim. You know, funky shaped. Water was a little low, and warm, but it was fine. Caught up to the, you know, we were the last wave to go, 30 to 34. So obviously there was a lot of people ahead of us to run into, which was fine. But that's all good. Then got on the bike. The bike course was great. I mean, the first half of it, I think, as everyone would say, was really fast. And then, you know, it came into some headwinds and some hills, and I know for Florida, that's it's hard to believe, but there were some pretty decent grades that we hit on the bike. So, you know, certainly my second half of my bike leg was a little slower than my first, but that was all good. And then the run, the first mile of the run was pretty brutal. It was a 3-lap course for those of you that don't know, so we had to do that first mile 3 times. So, but after that, it was great. And they had 8 stations were perfectly placed, and really just, it was overall, I thought it was a great race. I would suggest it to anybody. You know, beware of the heat. I think that's pretty much a given for down in Florida. But overall, the course was really challenging and fun, and I really enjoyed it. That's it for me. I know I was a little late with Motivational Monday this week, but I will be back next Monday as I start to gear up now to qualify for USA Triathlon Nationals that take place sometime in August, I think August 19th. So there you go. Heading up out to Connecticut, Pack Riskus Olympic. That's the next goal. So there you go. So follow along with me. Thank you very much to everybody. And congratulations to my buddy Trevor. He was in my age group. He had a great race himself down there. Had a little bit of a mechanical on the bike, but other than that, got back on and had a blistering run. So congratulations to him and everyone else who finished down there. Really nice job. If you finished on that day, that's something to be said for that. Like I said, the weather conditions were less than conducive. So stay great, be great, make it happen, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thanks.